Welcome to your 2018 edition of Head to Head. We are here with our good friends at Caliber in Homewood, Alabama. New season, new cast. We got Jim Dunaway of the JOX Roundtable. You can catch him weekdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. So good to have you. You know, we have been good friends since 2011. Traveled the SEC covering college football, really the nation, you know, with some of those national championships. But I'm happy to have you here.
We've never had a question like this. Tua or not to start off the season with Alabama and Louisville.
I know we got a lot of great things to talk about in this week one opener, Alabama versus Louisville. We're going 3 and out. All right, this matchup going down in Orlando, Florida, and Alabama pretty much a heavy favorite in this one.
Yeah, Danny Sheridan tells us they're a 25-point favorite in this one, so Alabama should win easily. We got 3 other questions to ask.
Okay, the quarterback question, you brought it up earlier. Will it be Jalen? Will it be Tua? Are we going 50-50? My question for you, Jim Dunaway, Tua gets 60% of the snaps, yes or no?
I'm going to say yes, he does. When it's all said and done, Alabama will want to, Saban's word, distribute the football more around the field, 60% of the snaps or more for Tua Tagovailoa.
I'm going to go no. I'm going to go right under that 50-50 line. I think they're going to want to distribute the ball, as you said, but I think for the coaches to really get a good feel for what these guys can do in that game time situation, I say it's more 50-50. Okay, going down the line, Damian Harris, over 100 yards.
I'm going to say yes on Damian Harris over 100 yards. One of the best offensive lines Nick Saban's ever had. They're healthy at the start of the season. Damian Harris is healthy, and he's a guy they will go to early and often to protect guys like Jalen Hurts when he's in the game.
I think Damian Harris also goes for over 100 yards. You do get Najee Harris. He's expected to play. He's expected to be healthy, but I think you give it to your GOAT, your guy that is a proven back in the backfield for the Alabama Crimson Tide. All right, and Jim, third down, number of interceptions, 3 or more. Are you saying yes or no?
I'm going to say yes on that. You can see the Alabama quarterbacks throwing 1, maybe even 2 if they're being aggressive. But especially this young rebuilt Alabama secondary, I think they'll be ball hawking in this game. And Louisville, when they fall behind, they've got to throw to keep up. That'll open up opportunities for some interceptions.
And I think anytime you come out of the gates in any season, these teams got to gel. There's always going to be miscommunication and mistakes. I'm going 3. I'm agreeing with you on that. That is your 3 and out. Let's flip the page, and we're going to sweet emojis. So in this segment, we all love to use emojis. So the key here is to pick an emoji that will be like the fan reaction after this football game. And my reaction or emoji is going to be because I still don't think we're going to have a starting quarterback named as we go into week 2. Nick Saban, he's had this going on since 2011. He's known to push these quarterbacks into week 2 and week 3. I think it's going to be a couple weeks down the line before we actually have a starter known. So
you're going to shrug your shoulders. No answer.
No answer.
Week. I'm going to go with the spy emoji. The spy glass is going to be out. Everyone's going to be over-analyzing everything about this game. How good's the offensive line? Do they rotate? Why not more carries for Najee Harris? Should Jalen have played more? Should Tua have played more? What about that secondary? Everything's going to be analyzed with this one with Alabama, so give me the spy emoji. Before we get to our picks, let's look at some big people on campus. For Louisville, I'm going to go with Frank Newhouser. You don't know this, I'm sure. He was the first National Spelling Bee winner in 1925. It had to be easier, much like this win for Alabama. Back in 1925, there was fewer words, right?
Yeah.
So it had to be easier to win the spelling bee in 1925.
How big the dictionaries were back in that day.
It's a few pages, right?
No urban dictionaries.
What about you? Big person on campus at Louisville.
I'm going Diane Sawyer because Diane Sawyer, a famous TV journalist, back in 1984, the year that I was born, she became the first female correspondent for 60 Minutes.
Let's deliver the news then with our picks.
All right, Jimmy, what you got?
I expect Alabama to win this game, but with so many new people on defense, Louisville will score touchdowns. A couple of wide open receivers. I'll take Alabama 41, Louisville 17. Not enough to cover the Danny Sheridan 25 points, though.
All right, I'm close to you, but, my friends, I'm going to cover the spread. 38-10, Alabama wins this one. I think Alabama will get off to a pretty hot start. They'll score a couple touchdowns. Louisville, I think, is going to try to stay in this. They might step on the gas a little bit in that third quarter, but then 38-10, Alabama, that's my pick.
With sound effect.
This video was brought to you by Caliber, a luxury store in Homewood, Alabama that's reviving the finer things in hunting and fishing.